Hi everyone, and welcome once again to TDL Live. Ryan Ritchey, Adam Ford. We probably look a little more rejuvenated and ready to go.
Right.
1 week off.
Rest. Tons of rest.
Tons of rest, which also means 2 weeks of news to get caught up on.
Oh boy.
Don't forget TDL Live on AOL Instant Messenger or iChat or Mobile Me. Mobile Me!
You cannot. What are you talking about?
Use your Mobile Me account. You can now set those up in iChat already. Don't know if you knew that.
In iChat, really?
If you go into iChat, choose AOL Instant Messenger as your screen name type, and put in your current .mac address with @me.com on the end, it works.
No kidding.
Yeah, quick tip. Huh. So, there you go. If you're new to the show, welcome. Here's what we do. We take the news of the last week, and the future news too, and we mix those, or rumors, and we put it into a fishbowl. We mix that up good.
Future news, rumors, right? Yes.
And then we pull those out in a totally random order to present the stories to you as we see fit.
And sometimes we haven't even read them ourselves, so news to us.
Let's. You want to dive?
Let's dive.
Put on the scuba gear.
Right.
He's going in.
Here we go. All right, first story.
I'm just going to put this at the bottom in case anyone forgets that they can.
Yeah, let's do that. And here we are.
What do we got?
And here we go. Me.com email address is now working.
Is yours working?
Mine is working. I tried it out. So I sent myself an email at my new @me account. And it came through just like it would have as .mac. So for some people it's working. For some people...
I think for just about everybody now it's working. Let us know, TDL Live, if your .mac account is or isn't working as a .me. Just send an email to yourself and see if it works. Then you'll know. That's what we did. Mine took a while. I was reading on some of the blogs that this had occurred, and I kept getting mail, subsystem error, permanent failure.
Oh boy.
I know.
That's undoable.
Well, you just wait a while and then it's fine. But it works now, and yours is good. So I'm guessing we're at close to 100% capacity on that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Why not, right? Let's go back to the bowl. There's so much news. Don't be fooled by how low the news looks, because some of these pack a punch in a small space.
Yeah, they were folded about a good 8 or 9 times, so they're far smaller.
Which slows down.
You would believe.
Okay, get out the iCals.
Yep.
Apple has set the third quarter earnings call date. That's going to be Monday, July 21st at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern Time.
We'll do our roundup, huh?
July 21st, we'll have a roundup for you, and we'll see how much the stock goes down after more good news. Of course,
depressing.
By then, now that quarter ends today, correct? The quarter they'll be talking about?
Well...
Because their third quarter...
Yeah, I actually don't know when their fiscal... I actually don't remember when their fiscal end date is. I forget if they're on a 445... I think they're on a 445 fiscal calendar, so I think that they just...
A nickel? Are they on a 4-5? A prevent?
They just ended, so...
Prevent? 4-5? Nickel?
You're terrible.
I don't know what 4-4-5 means, but that's all right.
Oh, 4 weeks, 5 weeks in a quarter.
That's 13 weeks.
Okay. Point.
Oh, in a quarter!
In a quarter.
But shouldn't there be... Oh, because there's 52 and it doesn't... Wow. My point being, in bringing this up, my point being that...
everybody's like, what are you doing?
The point being that I don't know that we're going to get a lot of iPhone news in that call, because they'll say we're very proud and all that, but we're not going to have real numbers.
You'll get questions about, the revenue sharing, well, the non-revenue sharing model, or it kind of is revenue sharing.
And perhaps no answers to those questions.
Pretty much no answers, guaranteed.
It will be interesting to see just how bad the drought of iPhones has been leading up to the launch. We should get some sense of that.
I think we will.
The pent-up demand. So remember, July 21st, 5 p.m., you can listen to the live quarterly earnings at apple.com. They speak in another language. And then Adam...
We decode it.
Adam comes in and we decode it for you. Boil it down. It's like a pudding. It's
like a pudding.
Do you boil pudding? No, yeah. I'm told we don't boil pudding.
You don't boil pudding?
No.
I don't think I've ever made pudding.
What do you got for us?
Okay. Text messaging behind the wheel.
Looks like you pulled a twofer.
No, I think this is the rest of the story.
It's an epidemic, I'm told.
A nationwide insurance survey found that 18% of cell phone owners text and drive, and that drivers between the ages of 16 and 30 are the most frequent texters. Well, that would probably make sense. Young adults have even posted videos of themselves texting while driving on YouTube. Nearly 600 people have joined a Facebook group called I Text Message People While Driving, and I haven't crashed yet. So I've watched their insurance premiums just rise right now.
So I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Do you text while driving?
I try not to. I'll be honest, I've done it before. I try not to because it's like, I have enough problems.
Oh, jeez. I have to admit, I don't do it. I try not to, like yourself, but I also, thanks iPhone, I also email and drive.
Oh, see, now I can't handle it.
Oh, yeah, subject, whoa! And then
no, see, sometimes I find myself looking at maybe looking at what might be in the inbox, but I very rarely text. I don't think I've ever emailed, because that takes you have to construct sentences and it's not happening. Yeah. It's just not happening.
I just look up when the beeps when I hear horns and stuff.
That's what's going on. That's good.
But going along with text messaging and receiving text messages, I know on the blog this week you have some commentary on Twitter and Twitter texting and receiving Twitter text messages. I don't want to give too much away.
No. I'm gonna have a little post about Twitter. So check the blog. It'll probably be. I'm gonna venture to say a Wednesday-ish post. Today's Monday, so
Okay.
Expect it Wednesday.
Wednesday it is. Yeah. How about those of you watching? Do you text behind the wheel? TDL Live, AOL Instant Messenger, or iChat, or feedback at thedigital-lifestyle.tv. We enjoy the email too as well.
You're up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Let's see what we got. This is a very. Oh my! These were folded.
I tell you,
times.
It's like one of those Chinese finger traps.
Wow. Third-party tool allows Mac Pro overclocking. So, zdnet.de, the .de, of course. Germany.
Delaware.
No.
Oh.
No. Deutschland.
Oh.
Come on, we covered this in a previous episode.
Oh.
So, yeah. But at any rate, they have created a software application to allow you to overclock your Mac, specifically Mac Pro. Overclocking. One step closer to the PC world with the overclocking.
What?
So we'll have the link in our show notes, but I have to tell you, it does involve some risk, overclocking. There are reasons that the computers run at the speeds they run, and yes, sometimes the processor itself, it's the same processor, but it can go faster and all that. But this is a software thing. It goes about it a little differently. It's affecting the system clock. Those of you who are really into that technical stuff can look into it.
Yeah, most people don't care.
But essentially, a 2.6 gigahertz Mac Pro, you can get to be stable at about 3.2 gigahertz. Caveats including that a lot of times you have to remove all the third-party RAM. So, what makes your system faster, the processor speed or the RAM.
Right.
And also the effect is removed with any restart.
Well, that's a pain in the...
Sorry? Beep. Let's go in the bowl.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness. We may have to improv. We're blowing through the news tonight.
What? This just in.
Oh, This
just in.
Yes.
Root access on iTunes.
Exciting.
It's exciting. You can find us there.
We have snuck in. We, much like, those prison movies where they always go up the septic pipe into the prison.
Is it the septic pipe?
I don't know.
In
most movies, things just have big, inexplicable tunnels.
They're going into the prison. They're definitely not going into... They might be going out of the prison.
They're going in to get the people out.
What? I haven't watched that.
Well, then the analogy's completely lost. Point being, Apple doesn't know we're in there.
Oh, you know what? They do that in Judge Dredd. In Judge Dredd, they sneak back into the city through that... I want to say it's like a septic thing, but it's not really a septic thing. It's like the fireball tunnel. Anyway, all right.
Point being,
I am the law.
Root access, and hopefully TDL Live soon, but right now root access is available in iTunes. So if you go to the iTunes music store and search for root access, of course it's a free podcast, please consider subscribing. And if you just enjoy it already, leave some comments. Let people know you like the show, and We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Of course. So root access on iTunes. Again, we're going to try to get more of our shows on there as well.
Oh boy, new drivers. We do not recommend any kind of texting or emailing or doing anything other than focusing on your driving on the road.
Okay, and Judge Dredd fans checking in. You're going in the bowl.
I am. No, I just did this.
Okay, fine. We are almost out of stories. How's your day going?
What are you talking about?
How are you doing?
My day was a bit of a train wreck. Let's keep going.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you, PayPal contributors.
Thank you. My turn.
Well, let's explain what this is about. Hold on. Time out. Time out.
Yeah, we can.
Coach's time out.
We can.
I am the law.
That was terrible.
Okay. I am the law. No?
People are just changing channels.
Okay. It's a bad time to ask them for money, I suppose. But we do want to thank our PayPal contributors. If you look on the main Digital Lifestyle site, you'll see a donate button down there. Please consider doing that. So $5, it's set to a $5 donation to help us bring you I Am the Law. Can you put a price on that? Really? But we do appreciate folks contributing and keeping TDL on the air.
Absolutely.
All right, what do you got?
And while you're there, sign up for the newsletter.
Newsletter, that's right. Put the email in there, and we will send you no more than 2, promise, emails a month.
Yeah, and it'll probably be, we know you get enough spam, so we'll keep it, pretty straightforward in programming, things that you should know about, special events, any contests that we're running, things like that.
No forwards that have to be sent to 8 people.
Yeah, and we won't share.
You'll have to go to Snopes to check to see if it's real.
We won't share your email address either.
No, we don't even know how to.
Yeah.
We're not sure we can figure out where they are.
That's true. That's a good point. Google banks on Family Guy. There you go. You know more about this than I do.
You had a little oopsie in the end there. You said a word twice.
No, because it's there twice.
Oh, of course. So Seth MacFarlane, creator of Family Guy. Family Guy, of course, on Fox. Then it got canceled. And then he's like, people really like that show. And Fox is like, I wonder why we canceled that. Why don't we bring that show back? And do that American Dad show that nobody really likes. Anyhow, well, some people like it, but it's a lot like Family Guy. Are you a Family Guy viewer?
I like Family Guy a lot.
American Dad?
Not so much.
Yeah, exactly. Well, here's the deal. So Seth will be doing 50, 2-minute online cartoony shorts.
It's 100 minutes of entertainment.
And probably about 25 minutes of commercials because Google is actually picking up the tab on this.
Okay.
For those of you who have always wondered, when is Google going to start having some of these AdWords on the internet?
All right, yeah.
Well,
seriously, get with it.
Here's your answer.
Search giant.
So essentially, it's going to be called Seth MacFarlane's Cavalcade of Cartoon Comedy. And it's coming in September, according to the New York Times. Google will offer the clips through third-party publishers in its AdSense program. So this is it's kind of like we're going back 4 or 5 years as if embedding didn't exist.
Right.
And YouTube didn't exist.
So I'm going to have to find this just through going to other web pages and figuring out where it's placed on different content.
Like, let's say I had a Family Guy fan site.
Right.
Right. I could have this embedded on my site. There'll be some sort of video ad before it.
Well, you said it was through the network, through the content network, right? So if I'm signed up for the content network and I'm going to have ads running on my site, and my web page is Family Guy related, chances are better that my content will be Family Guy content. This could be one of those content pieces that you could watch, but you can't go to Google and watch it or something.
Correct. So I mean, it seems to me
do your surfing, get your bookmarks ready.
It seems that Google has outgrown this kind of. This is the kind of thing that AOL would have tried 10 years ago to get subscribers. I don't quite understand why they're doing this and why they're footing the bill for it. He could easily.
It's kind of cool.
I'm going to pull it, but I'm giving it to you.
Okay.
There, see what that says.
Finish your thought.
No, it's all right. It's all right. It's fine.
Okay.
I got a blog. I'll say what I want to say.
iTunes Store tops over 5 billion songs sold. Bingo.
So, going back to the blog.
Yes.
This news came out just on the 19th of June, so this was right after our last show. And I'm awful with the math, but 5 billion songs sold sounds like a lot. If you go to the blog, though, you'll see there's an entry that breaks down the fact that had this been subscription service, Apple could be making a lot more money.
Right.
Tiny 70 says, "Yo, what's up?" Are you just going to hold that? I don't know. There's a lot more news
No,
there.
I was just going to point out that also iTunes customers are now renting and purchasing over 50,000 movies every day. That's a lot of movies. Nice.
Go ahead.
So am I supposed to pick it and give it to you?
Well, I picked that and gave it.
There you go.
So we're all. It's all messed
Backwards.
up now. It's all messed up now. Is there more in there?
There's plenty.
All right. So Ars Technica.
Yep.
By the way, purchased by Viacom, CBS. Maybe you know. TDL
Check the show notes after the show. We'll get that right.
Ars Technica, formerly an independent site, was recently purchased. I believe we covered that in another show.
Yeah.
Not tangential to this story. Okay, so they were doing a little digging. There's some iTunes, iPhone App Store rumors. Mm-hmm. And the rumor has it, and people are making a big deal out of this, that Apple, as sources say, will not be paying developers their 70% share on apps sold until it reaches $250.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the fact of the matter is, $250 is a little high, but this is how these things work. For example, if you have a Google AdSense account and you're getting money from Google, it has to be a minimum of $100. If you have an Amazon account, I think the minimum is $50 or $25. So it's not unusual. I mean, they don't just cut you a check each time somebody buys one of these apps. And I can understand why they would want to, wait till it gets to a certain amount.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, generally the terms and conditions are that if you leave, if you took your app out of the store, you would get whatever money was owed to you. So if they owe you $115, you'd get your $115.
I would imagine, yeah.
I think people are making a big deal out of it, and I don't know that it necessarily is.
No, I mean, anybody who's expected to get a dollar check every time that their dollar app was sold is out of their minds.
Very good.
Very good.
Going back a step, we're always one behind on the chats. I've noticed we
well, it's
tend
hard to keep up.
But going back here, Tracy mentions that Apple should add a subscription service, which is my point. You don't have to get rid of the 99-cent model. Just give people the option of a subscription service.
Oh, right. Yep. Sorry, I was actually had to catch up in time.
Yeah, because we went back. And then Tracy goes on to mention that it would be great to give away an Apple TV for free to subscribers. Well, it would be great. Probably not going to happen. But I've said, and we've said on this,
doing with all of them?
We've said on this show that it would be a great thing to tie in with, say, getting an HD TV.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a product that people are not going to buy outright in large numbers at the current price point. Either make it cheaper or tie it to something else, and we'll see what happens. It is wishful thinking, Tracy says, and it would be nice. I mean, there's got to be something to do with that device.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to do with it now. It's just tough. It's tough to fork over what they're asking for what it does. I think for what it does, it's very cool, very slick. If I had one, I would probably use it.
But I got to be honest with you. Right now, the Netflix box is of more interest to me. Because I already subscribe to Netflix, $100.
Right.
Watch all the Netflix movies I want to. I just wish sometimes that Apple wouldn't be so set on needing to have the whole pie. If they had partnered with Netflix, say 3 years ago, or when the Apple TV debuted.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense. I mean, they have the iTunes store. It doesn't make sense to partner with Netflix. You want to sell your own stuff.
Well, you can sell your stuff and rent powered by Netflix.
I don't know.
Dylan points out maybe we need longer checkout times. 48 hours would be great. You're absolutely right, especially on a trip. If you rent the movies.
Checkout times. I'm like, what are you standing in line for 48 hours?
Come on.
My goodness.
This show.
Phew, boy.
This show moves quick. Okay.
I'll tell you. I'm going to have to sit down soon.
No. Real hosts stand. You hear that, Leo?
Oh my.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh, is this me?
There it is.
Is it me, Matt Girl?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Let's hope this doesn't get dug. I'll be all over us. Apple to open 2 retail stores in China prior to Olympics. Bring your masks.
They know what's up. They know what's up. Brilliant. Absolutely. Do it during the Olympics. Let people get their Olympics and iPhone all at the same time. I like it.
I don't really have anything to add to that. Let's hope that there's the telecom deal in place to
support it. Sure.
To support the iPhone.
Yeah.
Which
no, it's good. I mean,
coming.
it's nice to see stores opening in other countries. I think it's, you know, I'm sure they want Apple
folks,
stores.
are you familiar with jazz hands?
Yeah.
I just want to let everyone know that the sign we get that we're 20 minutes into the show is actually jazz hands from behind the camera.
Now, I only saw it once, so I figured we were only 10 minutes.
No, we're 20 in. We got the jazz hands.
We got problems.
All right, we got to move along.
That was you.
That was
you.
Mac Girl?
That was you.
Okay.
Oh. Fare you well.
You want to explain to people what you're doing over there?
Bill Gates left Microsoft, for those of you living in a black hole.
Yes, he did leave Microsoft. At one time, every Apple fan's worst enemy. One time, perhaps savior of the company. And to today, just kind of over there doing his own thing.
Yeah, doing his own thing.
He's got the Zune.
Yeah, you know, he's got the Zune. He's got, I guess, you know, competition's good. You know, chocolate and vanilla, the whole 9 yards. So it's good for everybody. But see you later, Bill.
Well,
if you want to hang out, give us a call. Feedback. Send us some feedback.
We'd love to. We could, for Bill Gates, we would probably start doing a Microsoft show. He could come on and talk about
we could do a
things.
spot. Yeah, we could do a Microsoft spot.
We could do Gates Garage.
Gates. All right.
Just saying, it'd be cool. Because what does he have out there? You know, he has sailboats in the garage and everything else.
Also, screams from the audience.
No.
Don't divert from your Apple ways.
Fair enough. There is a story in the blog too about this, and you know, you do need the two forces.
Absolutely.
As it were. And recently in the blog we talked about what would happen if Apple hadn't existed. Well, what if Microsoft didn't?
Oh, the forum, you mean?
On the forum, too. People can participate. You're right. Yeah. It was spawned out of a blog.
Right.
But we will miss you, Bill. And but you've given us Steve Ballmer. So the fun has only just begun. You've taken a man who seemed to have everything under control, and now there's just a loose cannon in there. So thank you for that.
At least he's not cutting cake with a computer.
Not yet. Give him time.
Not yet.
Give him time. And he's so preoccupied with Google that Apple can just take off with market share right now. They want to take on Google for reasons I don't entirely understand. Okay.
I think you're up.
Am I? Mac
I think you are.
Well, what are you doing? Get your hand.
Well, you were dilly-dallying. We have things to do here. Don't want to waste people's time.
I'll tell you, we're so good at picking these.
It's
almost uncanny. So, local public school students get assigned Zunes. You know, there's been this push with iTunes University and everything, a lot of content for colleges especially, and the one laptop initiatives and giving the, often Apple's in charge of that. Well, the lucky students in Liberty, Missouri, it's funny they'd give them devices with so much DRM in Liberty, but the students are getting assigned Zunes for studying.
So everybody needs to check eBay out and see how many Zunes there are coming out of Missouri. I imagine there's probably more than there was before they got them.
And my guess is parents are going to be concerned because the students will begin squirting answers to each other. So that's how you share stuff with the Zune.
Doesn't sound safe.
It does. No.
Doesn't sound safe. For a school setting, I mean, honestly, folks.
Well, squirt on your own time.
Really, just.
The quote, though, the quote here is. Well, the quote's not on my little piece of paper. Now, here it is. The principal, the district superintendent said, quote, this is from Engadget, by the way, it'll be in the show notes. District superintendent said, quote, is it the next great thing? I don't know. Maybe. But it is another tool, and so are you, sir. Next.
Oh, my. I can't speak
Easy.
anymore.
Sound it out.
Why you'll be paying a lot for iPhone 3G roaming if you're apparently not in the U.S.
Folks, I'll let Adam read the story for a minute.
Yeah.
And I'll just remind you of the forums. If you've the forums are pretty cool. This is where you get to leave messages if people aren't familiar with how these work.
On threads.
Threads.
But
the difference is our forum is squeaky clean, new. We just launched that with the WWDC. Yep. So get in early. It's like a pyramid scheme. And you can check out some of the cool stuff in there. And feel free to start some posts about Judge Dredd would be acceptable.
Whatever you want.
Jazz hands. I think we're spawning a lot to topic tonight.
I think so.
Did you have a chance to read the story?
Yeah, apparently if you're going to be in UK, watch out. Watch out. Hold on to your britches. 3G data roaming charges go up to almost £3. Let's convert that, shall we? $6 per megabyte. Wow.
Don't forget there is an option to turn off data when roaming on the iPhone. And along with this, it's probably in the bowl, so I apologize if I'm jumping ahead. There's a near revolt in Canada. You know, it takes a lot to get the Canadians upset. They're pretty easygoing people. But they're not happy with Rogers Wireless. They're not offering an unlimited data plan.
Dude.
It's going to get very, very expensive.
Very quickly in Canada.
You're
going to want to set that to what, a 30-minute, an hour check, or manually? I would say manually.
No push mobile me on that phone?
No, boy. Not with that. Are you kidding me?
So we'll see how that...
yeah, so if you're going overseas, you're heading over with your iPhone. And this is, I believe, true pretty much anywhere if you're traveling with your iPhone. You're going to want to get that whole data thing.
Just turn it off.
Flip the switch. Or you know what? Leave it home.
Leave it at home?
Leave it at home.
I like
Airplane mode.
Mac girl?
Chill.
Really?
Chill.
Okay.
Airplane mode the whole time.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, you don't care.
Mentioned mailing list. We did that already.
Yeah, you can get that on the homepage, digitallifestyle.tv. Join mailing list. Enter email address. Submit.
Can I go again? I felt cheated on.
Yeah, I feel like you should.
Not that the mailing list isn't important, but
no,
I just felt it was something we already... Oh! Domain address story.
Yeah. You know what that is.
Domain! Not domain. Well, there's a space. It looks like it's domain address story. So .Mac disappears.
Ooh, wait, I'm sorry. Can I interrupt?
Sure.
This is part of our green initiative. Notice this was once a scrap piece of gobbledygook from the printer.
Printer calibration.
Which we have reused.
Thank you. ICANN, ICANN, that's the international check, the names. They are opening up the floodgates for new top-level domains. You know, you have your .coms, your .nets, your .tvs, which I personally think is pretty hip.
Yep.
But they've made a decision coming second half of this year, which is very soon. They're opening the floodgates to basically .anything. So if you wanted to have your address be, come see my website at adamford.mac, you may be able to do that. Crazy.
Yeah.
Because we can't, you know, is it going to be that domains are easier to get? Or is it going to be that now, if you have a company, you're going to have to buy all these crazy domains to make sure no one gets them? See what I'm saying?
I think you almost need to. I don't think right now there's going to be a lot of confusion, but down the road, like years and years and years down the road, when this is, you know, people are born into this setting, it's going to be sort of standard to go to a .mac, it's weird, domain, or to go to a .vom domain.
The thing that I don't think people are thinking about here. I'm sorry,
I don't know, you can just keep going.
Well, my concern is a lot of movies in the mid-90s used a something fake to seem hip with the web, but have it not be real. I'm thinking of The Net with the once lovely Sandra Bullock. And still lovely. I think it's something like, you know, company or something. So these could now actually be real addresses that people will go to.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that was in that movie, and then it's
Get them while they're hot.
Get them while they're hot. And look at this. Nope, sorry.
One more.
There you go.
All right. Which one should I pick?
This is it. This is all the news we have, folks.
Okay.
End strong.
End strong.
Go.
All right. Apple has released Mac OS 10.5.4 through software update. I believe that's as of today. As of today, correct?
That was this afternoon. Mac Rumors.
Yep.
Mentioning that 10.5.4 update. Now, can we play Apple Mad Libs for a moment?
Okay.
The 10.4 update, I always enjoy doing this, is recommended for blank users, all, running Mac OS 10, I think cats.
Leopard.
And includes general operating fixes that enhance
stability, security,
and
stability.
Compatibility.
Compatibility. It's an ility. I knew it was an ility.
You should know this. They're all the same.
They really are. That's all it does. Do you know the size of this thing? Is this going to be a...
Oh, it's going to be big.
You better have broadband.
Well, you need broadband for any of them. Let's be honest.
I know. It's just... Well, I mean, we come up against that. You know, it's like... Anybody still stuck in dial-up days, you better go to Starbucks. Or not update, which we don't recommend.
It's hard to take the Mac Pro to Starbucks.
But as we've seen, it can be done.
It can indeed be done.
It can be done.
Folks, that's going to do it for this episode of TDL Live. We will be back next Monday. Happy 4th of July for our fellow American viewers. Those of you in England, we're still bitter. We're still bitter. And the tea still leaves a
but we appreciate
taste in my mouth.
Tuning in. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Let's try to work on the healing. You know, it's been 300 years. That's not even right. It hasn't been.
Let's just wrap it up.
Let's just wrap it up. Folks, we're going to go into new root access and some new content. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating, everybody. Send in the iChats. Don't forget you can go over to the forums and continue the conversation there by posting on the forum as well. I think that's going to do it. Parting thoughts?
Parting thoughts. Well, it's sad being away for a week.
It was.
Happy to be back.
But thank you for not going away.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in and checking it out. All right. With that, new root access, and we will see you again next week.
Very good.
Bye-bye, everybody.